right. So hello everyone, and welcome to this DevBit session. I'm really happy to be here with you today to talk about building SwagSearch and crafting a real-time real-time Swag discovery platform. So my name is Luca Bonomi, and as you can hear, I'm French. So excuse my English. I will try my best to so that you can understand what I speak. I've been working for Algolia for 9 years now, and I like to see myself as a multitasking developer. And last year, I joined the developer advocate developer relation team. And with our team, we always try to get the word out about Algolia and the products we're building. My experience with Algolia has been really diverse, and I've been using our product since day one, and I really fell in love with our tech. So I experimented a lot with it and created a lot of search experiences, like the one on buttons.cool, which is a search for buttons, or cool demos, like the spooky movie search for Halloween, where you can look for spooky movies in the internet movie database, or even this Air Salon finder, that is a geo search merged with Algolia search, where you can find Air Salon in France, or even this crazy experiment where you can get page views counter with Algolia only, and everything is server-side rendered. Also, I've built a fun demo 2 years ago where it's a collaborative drawing canvas where every pixel is a record. And also, I've created for the past DevCon, you might have seen it, this demo where I save small short video clips into Algolia, where every frame is actually a record in the index, and you can play them and replay them, etc., etc. And today, I want to talk to you about the new experiment / demo / start of product we did, which was SwagSearch. So to start, what's a swag? So swag is usually present during events, and it's a promotional marketing item. It can be like a water bottle or a pen or a bracelet or anything else that is a promotional marketing item. Some people also refers to swag as goodies. And one thing that I noticed is that people really love swag. They get all over the place when their swag. I've been to big conferences where people actually fought to get some swag, where they were hunting down the swag, trying to find it, which leads us to the problem that sometimes at big conferences or events, there's too many booths or too many swag, and you cannot really keep track of the swag you have and the booths, where to find them. So they're hard to find, and even if you know what swag there is at the conference, you really wonder where you can find them. For all of these reasons, we built SwagSearch, and also to bring a easier discovery experience for swag, to bring more visibility to brands, and again, just to build a cool product. That being said, we had a few constraints. So as Chuck mentioned, we were at AWS reInvent, and from the day of the ID to the conference, we had only 45 days to build it. There were one main contributor, and we had more than 400 companies, so 400 companies' data and their swag to index within SwagSearch, which was a real challenge. So 45 days because we were at AWS reInvent, and we really wanted to bring a great experience and a great product showcasing Algolia in the wild at this conference. So now I'm going to show you a little live demo of the website. So you can go on swagsearch.com, and this is what you will see. So a search bar, some quick navigation items. You can explore the vendors. So you can go down to the random swag. It surfaces random swag items. You can search for vendors like Gitpod. This is the Gitpod page, and from Gitpod you can see all the swag they have in their at their booth. So it's really about Star Wars. You can actually locate the booth at the event, at the venue. You can also use the slider to zoom in the image. And if you really like one of their swag, like this Java Sales Barge Lego set, you can click on it. You can actually favorite the swag, and you can find the similar looking swag items from other company, like this X-Wing Starfighter Lego jet from N2WS. And if you click on it, you will be on the swag page for the X-Wing jet. And you can find other swags like the Dune Lego, set. Yeah, it's really great. You can discover different kind of swag. You can display your favorite right into the application and find them again. It's useful if you want to keep track of the swag you had or the swag you don't have. You can use the search. For instance, if I search skateboard, I can click on this one, and I will see other skateboards. Thanks to looking similar, it will surface images that are looking similar to the one I am on. So another skateboard. And for the swag addition, we've built a small form that allows us to update some swag. So for the demo purpose, I'm going to go on the test domain, and I'm going to pick two items. So this one and this one. So here we'll say that it's for Algolia. It's a bottle of juice. It's a snack. I can send it for review. And here it's also for Algolia, and it's the team picture, and I can send it for review. But because I'm logged in with my Algolia email, it's gonna go directly on SwagSearch on the test domain. And then we built a dashboard that is hidden behind next authentication through a Google login, and we can load the hits for every companies that were present at the conference. And for instance, for Algolia, I can click edit. I can see all the information. This is the actual JSON object that is indexed within Algolia. I can edit all the information here. I can see all the swag that has been added. And there's a small canvas showing like the swag addition per day. So this was during day 1. This was during day 2. And if I change information, I can click update, and it's going to update live. I can go on the company page or the swag edition page for the company. And if I want to review, there is a small review panel where Algolia and the team could accept or deny some swag, because we don't want to end up with bad images of the swag. So that was for the live demo. And now we will focus on the tooling. So like Chris, we really like Next.js. So we use Next.js for, of course, the server-side rendering capabilities and the static-side generation capabilities. For the API routes and the file-based routing, which is really easy to work with. And so if someone joins wants to write some code, they will not be lost. Like, it's really easy to work with Next with these features. It's great for optimization, from the code splitting to the link prefetching and other kind of optimization, like the image optimizations. The data fetching is really easy with Next.js, and of course the caching, so that we don't have to fetch new data every time. Like if someone visits the page, the data has been updated on the server, and so the other visitor will have a great experience as well. Also for the tooling, and because we had only 45 days to build it, we used Algolia for everything. And when I mean everything, is everything from the dashboard to the application. Both of these aspects uses Algolia. So the backend uses Algolia. We built a node script that gets from the company names, surface the AWS website, gets the domain, all the information for companies, and this is using only Algolia. When you use the favorite button, the data is updated on the dashboard using an API route with Algolia Search. The front end also uses a mix of Algolia Search and React Instance Search, and also the hooks, but I will talk about that a bit later. The recommendation system also uses Algolia recommend with the looking similar model, which is a model that, as I explained, will surface similar looking images. There's different AI models for recommendation, but because Swag is really an object, something that you want to see, and it was better to use looking similar. And we use the Algolia search for the analytics so that we can see the most clicked item or the most viewed or the most searched term using Algolia analytics. And I like to call this kind of architecture an algoctopus, where Algolia will cover every aspect of the application. We had just a few days to build it, and it was best to stay in the same environment and use only one product, our product, Algolia. It was way easier and way faster for everyone to work with Algolia. To build the SwagSearch experience, you need at least 6 indexes. So obviously, you will use a Swag index. You will use a company index with several virtual replicas. So on my case, on my demo, I use 2 virtual replicas with different sorting options with for the sorting, like to edit the ranking. You use a looking similar index and a review index to review the Swag. So before the Swag end up on the Swag index, it goes through review index and the team accept or deny some Swag. As you've seen on the homepage, there's 3 different rows carousel where you can see the Swag. They're all fetched server side. They have different sorting options, and the last one, especially the last one, the random one, increased the discovery. Because the issue we had is that the most favorite Swag since day one was the lightsaber. I mean, it's really cool, but it means that it would always have been present on the homepage and never leave the homepage. And we want other brands to get some visibility, so we decided to use a random Swag carousel. But to fetch all these hits, we use the Algolia browse method. So basically, it targets the index we wanted, the index for AWS, and the browse parameters use 2 main attributes. So the hits per page. So we retrieve 1,000 hits from one single browse, and then the attributes to retrieve that list specific attributes we will use later on in our app to avoid getting the full JSON answer from Algolia and reducing the increasing the time load of the page. So even if it's not perfect yet because it has been built in a really short time period, it was great to use these attributes to retrieve as a kind of experience improvement to make the app faster. So when I get all these hits on the server, I use different scripts, different functions to sort them differently. So the first one is the most recent to the least recent, so that the new Swag always appears first. Then we have the sorted by favorite Swag that sort them by favorite. And for the random one, it's really simple. It's a true or false value randomly appended to the array, and then we slice them and send them directly to our application through the server-side component, page component. Now, on the application, we can see that there's a drop-down. And so this drop-down is using React Instant Search with React hooks, and only one component is used to render both lists. It's a multi-index component, or what we call the federated search. And the Swag is actually using a custom ranking that is based on the favorite number. So that's why the lightsaber is the first to pop in. So if we spend some more time on this component, you can see that the whole green square rectangle is actually the Instant Search React component that contains 2 hits views that are the Swag index on the left and the company index. But let's zoom in the code to see how this works. So the green square is rendered with this code. So you can see it's an instant search component with a configure component to pass some analytics tags and hit per page. And then this loads the custom hero hits because it's the hits that are on the hero. And so if we zoom in again in the custom hero hits, this is what's inside. There's an index component that is wrapping a custom hits, and at the end of the component, there's a custom hits that is actually the company hits. So the company index is using the index name from the instance search component, and then using the React hooks use hits, it will be serving the hits for the company's index. And the one that is wrapped into the index component is wrapping a custom hits that will use the hook use hits that is in the context of the index component that targets the swag index. So only one component that is custom hits that is serving two different kind of results because of the React hooks that are fetching the hooks in their own context. Later on, I showed the looking similar model. So looking similar is an AI recommendation model based on image similarities. And so it allows us to surface some items based on the image of these said items. We have other kind of recommendation models, but this one was the most interesting for us because we want to, like, if you like some, let's say these Lego sets, the fighter jet, you want another Lego set, it's better to use looking similar to surface other kind of Lego set. So now I showed you how the swag was added. It was mainly a huge part of the team that was on site at AWS reInvent, running around with their phone, snapping picture of swag, talking with the booth owners, the company owners, like to tell them about SwagSearch. They took pictures of the swag, and some companies had already the addition link, and they could add the swag themselves. And it was great to see the swag popping, like new swag popping in every day. It was really great. So I was the main contributor, but actually we're three working on it. So there were Loris and Robin working on SwagSearch. Loris took care of implementing a lot of server-side rendered features and working on the crucial aspect of it, which was the map, which was greatly appreciated by attendees. And Robin was at AWS running around with his phone and sending back bug reviews or issues, and we tried to fix them all together. So it was really great experience to be at AWS reInvent. It was super nice. This is Natwar that had the idea originally, and a few pictures of the team at AWS reInvent. It was really great. I feel like a lot of people liked SwagSearch, and the plan for the future is to keep on improving SwagSearch, making it a real product. We'll try to have it live at other conferences. And yeah, if you're interested into SwagSearch, don't hesitate to reach out to us on social media and let us know about your ideas. And we would love to bring SwagSearch to the nearest conference to you. Thank you for listening to me. I hope it was clear, and don't hesitate if you have any questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this, Luki. I was at reInvent, and I have to say that, like, the moment that my colleague James was standing next to me with a cold beer and said, I wish I had something to keep my hands from touching the cold beer, and we were able to do a search for a koozie or a can holder, and he found one and brought it back. We're like, this is actually very valuable here. So we really much enjoyed it. I just had one question for you, and I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but when you built the recommendation piece, you went for a looking similar for recommendations based on the images, rather than doing it based on, say, event data or data within the records. Why did you choose that?
Because I felt like it was it was better to base the recommendation on images, like for the Lego sets, or like if you're on a hunt for like pens, let's say, you go on a swag page that is featuring a pen, and you'll have like all the other pens, and because we're not sure what the name of the swag can be when we had it, I felt like it was better to base the recommendation on visual rather than textual. But let's say what the future holds for SwagSearch. Yeah. Maybe there will be different kind of recommendations.
That makes sense. And I guess it's challenging to collect enough events for a conference that's only a day or a couple of days long. So that puts us in an interesting position, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Lukey. Really enjoyed SwagSearch, and we're really excited to bring it to other conferences.